Hello, welcome back to From the Bedroom to Beatport. This is Demon Groove. And what are we doing today? I haven't really got a clue. We're going to sort of pick up where we left off last week, but I did change a lot of stuff since. Right, I'll just let you hear what we have pretty much so far. I went and changed the wobby thing. I wasn't feeling it at all. So have a listen. Okay, so it's just a little bit more interesting. And because I just got a new piano plug-in, I decided to phrase that with it. So we done this. There's two different pianos, two different versions of the same thing. So we done this. And I added in more EQ. So there's one that sounds like this. What the fuck? There's one a bit quieter. So I was feeling that a bit more. I felt more like it's a song now, you know. I actually was listening to some old Motown tracks, and I just nicked a few chords. Right, so what did I do next? I added in a big paddy sort of thing. So all I did was I have a lot of one-shots. I can't remember where it is, but I just dragged in a one-shot, something I sampled from Reason. I just went through one day and grabbed a load of synths and just spent about 6 hours sampling just one-shots from the synths, and I ended up coming up with this sound. Where's it gone? Nothing's working. Where's it gone? I don't know. I don't know. Why isn't that working? Fucking hell. Is it turned off or something? Oh, it's turned off. Yeah. Well done, Darren. Right, so it's this. So, really bright. So, we have this now. So the piano was just it was Piano Tech is the name of the VST, and it was Vintage Warm was the setting. And I cannot tell you what that synth is, but if as I said, just go back and go to your plugins and spend a day just sampling one shots. So when you actually going to go and grab something quick, it's very quickly. You know, there's no loading up. You just drag the sample in, and boom, you've got it. Right. What else did I do? I added in bass. I had this. This is about 4 different basses together. One's like a mid sort of string. One is just a standard sawtooth, wide sort of sawtooth. Another one is a real filtered sort of bass. That was 3 or 4 different MIDI tracks, and I just bounced them all down to this one track, and it's just going to sit under it and fit out those frequencies that are missing from the other instruments. It's a good little tip. It's not a lead big. It's not really gonna be a prominent sound, but you'll notice it if it's gone. And then I just added a bass. I think this was just the final. This is what brought it alive. this set up strangely. I have this little attack thing that I liked. It's filtered. So there's those two basses, but I have this bass side chained to that attack bass. So every time that attack bass hits, it's gonna reduce the volume of this. So without it, it doesn't sound as good. It's a bit dominant. So sound really big and full and real hands in the air job. So we go back to the build up, and I just dragged in a few of the elements that we have. So the piano, I kept the piano in, and the bass. Sweeping the piano up to put a filter. I also changed up the snare pattern. All that was just going to the global transpose on it, on all the snares over here, and just map that to macro 5. Swept the pitch up a bit there, and that was it, really. So, and then I just added some drums. I'll let you hear what I've done to the kick. I really smashed this kick, I think. Here we go, kick. Those little after effects is my CPU, it's not in it, the sound. I just bounced them all down. I gave it a little bit of a better mix between the 3 different elements. And so there it is without the multi-band compressor. And there it is with it. It's just a lot fatter. A little bit of attack. Could do it a bit more. There we go. Right. Okay, so we'll have a listen to the whole thing. Oh wait, there was one more bit. There was a lead bit as well. Where is it? Oh wait, there's a couple of other things. Was this lead bit? That's just an FM8 preset, I think. If I'm right. Can't remember what it was. It just adds a little bit extra, so with those chords. And that's fairly in the middle. That it's got a little bit of width, but I have the mid side on the EQ, and I have it pretty much down on the high, so I don't need high on the width, I don't need low on the width. Just got a little bit in the mid there. The width is going to be given by the intro chord, by these chords, these ones. There's super wide. And I'll let you figure out how to do it yourself. I've shown you in the last videos if you're watching. Alright, so the whole thing together. I'll just shut up now and let you have a listen. So an awful lot more character. That last little riff, to be honest, there's no way you could do this on the fly. I didn't really think about it too much. I just sat down one day and said, right, let's do this. But it actually took me to get that piano sound and to actually make it work. It took probably about 3 hours all in all just for that piano. So for me to sit here and do that for you, it's gonna be a boring as hell video. And then like I spent an hour probably on each of these separate basses, and probably another hour on. No, that intro chord came fairly quickly on the pad thing, and each individual element probably took an average of an hour, so it's about 8 to 10 elements. So it all took about 8 hours. There was no way in reality I could actually do this. So in future, I'm just gonna do it on the Sunday and then retrospectively go through what I did and upload on the Sunday night. So this is pretty short again. There's not much I can really teach you. Most of the stuff that I know and the little tips are all in the first 3 videos, and this is really going to be about now getting ideas. And the ideas, I can't teach you ideas. It's something you got to come up with yourself. So I'll be getting ideas, and I can teach you a little bit of arrangement in the next few videos. Little tips on mixing it up for the second drop maybe, and how to add in little bits and using samples. And then another breakdown, and then we'll just mix it properly and master it and send it off. So I don't know if I'll be able to stretch it out to 8 videos now, seeing as I've gotten the idea. But maybe I'll do another track. I'll start another one or something. Who knows? Right, so I hope this was a little bit insightful. I'm not sure if it's going to be too insightful, really, but you see how it all came together. Just added a little piano riff. Just phrased it with the lead. Added in chords exactly the same notes, but up in the higher range. And made that kick fat, really. Just that's a big difference. Like that old kick wasn't working at all. And that wobby thing was the main premise, main element in the last breakdown, but obviously we had to scrap that because it wasn't sounding great. Right, so I had this little atmosphere thing as well, just sitting underneath it. Just quietly. Not giving it much, but it's just a lot about layers. It really fills it out if you bring in layers. And I have this sweep as well. Obviously, you might have noticed it, but that makes all the difference. If you take it out. Computer's having a pissy fit, right? So I had that. Sounds a lot better with it in, and have it fairly loud. I used to keep them fairly quiet, but for a track like this, it's gotta be loud. Could even be a bit louder. And I just done this little thing. It was like a reverse vocal. It was just a female vocal, and I just done a little glitchy thing on it, and I reversed it. That was all there was to it. Right, so I don't know if that's going to be very helpful to you, but you'll see how the track is developing. Massively changed, obviously. But all the other elements that we had are still in there. So we still have the this stuff. That's still all in there. It's all just sitting underneath. Oh, the sub bass as well. Maybe I could show you. This is based on a preset. I did tweak a little bit, but it's the boss is called in bass. I did take down the width. There was the delay on the width. I took that down, and I boosted the EQ on the highs actually, strangely, and there was other tweaks on the frequencies here. I brought them all down, or I put them back to normal, and that was it really. Right, so hopefully it helped. Now, hopefully you'll do something better next week. Right, we'll talk to you then. Take care. Bye bye.